I hope you're all able to hear me. Still here? Hello, Varalakshmi. We are working on the volume, please. So just give me a minute. Okay, great. I'm glad you're able to hear now. Finally. So great. Hello, Varalakshmi. Welcome to the live. Still waiting for people to join. And I think as you guys join, we can start probably. Anybody else there? Please make your presence known. I can see some. I can see some more people on the live actually. Hello. How is the weather there, Varalakshmi? Yes, no emojis in the live, please. Okay, Mr. Murthy, sorry. My father-in-law there. I did not see you. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the live. Okay, now it's loud and clear. Waiting for a few more to join. Yes, Sri Ramakrishna jumped in early today. Chaitanya Telugu channel. Hello, welcome to the live. I'm good. How are you? By the way, you had asked me for a video on stress management. It comes soon. I'm working on it. Great. Good. We are waiting for a few more people to join the live, and I think then we will start. All those who are watching the live, make sure that you hit the like button. I'm sure you're going to have a good time during the live. So, how are things going on, Chaitanya? Oh, yes, I do remember Chaitanya, and I know you, I kind of track you. So, I know you. I keep watching your videos, so I do know you. There are a few people whom you remember. I don't say we can remember everybody, but yes. How is it in the UAE? I think you are in UAE, if I'm not wrong. Ah, summer holidays. Okay. So till when do you have summer holidays? Summer holidays or no summer holidays? It's the same, I think. Ah, in Dubai. Yeah, I know. This is whether it is summer holidays or no summer holidays doesn't matter, I guess. Kids are at home 24 by 7. Okay. So there are 13 people watching at the moment. So shall we start the quiz? Oh, till July, August, you have your summer vacation. Okay. Hello, Shweta Lynn. How are you? Welcome to the live. Good to see you on the live. Hello, Janaki. Welcome to the live. So I saw a small WhatsApp message today this morning and I thought I will share it because I really was moved with that message. Life, family, friends are worth more than all the money in the world, they say. So I think that really touched me. True, you know, it is life, family, and friends, I think, can be more important than anybody else. Friends can be a big word. Again, you have so many people coming in that, group of friends, whether it's your colleagues, your school friends, college friends, everybody does matter. Okay, so if you're all ready, we can start. Shall we start with the quiz? Once you say okay, I think we can go. I'm waiting for a green signal from all of you. If people can actually give me some kind of signal that we can start, say okay, yes, go ahead, I will start. No signals from anybody. Is my voice not audible enough? Prerna Katyal, hello, welcome to the live. Good to see you here. I think the first time ever. So we have a live quiz going on every week, Prerna, every Saturday in fact. I don't know whether you had gone through. Great. My pleasure, Prerna. Okay, great. So shall we start here? We got the first one is a mind teaser. Okay. So let me see how many of you just to begin get into the mood. The next ones will be the serious quiz questions, but the first one is a mind teaser. And here we go with it. A doctor and a salesman were both in love with the same woman. Okay, a very attractive woman called Sarah. The salesman had to go on a trip that would last a week, an official trip. Okay. And while going on the trip, of course, both the salesman and the doctor knew that they were both in love with the same person. Okay. So while going on this official trip, the salesman gives Sarah 7 apples. Why does he give 7 apples to Sarah? Is the question. I'm waiting for the answers. I hope I'm audible. I got your answer, Sri Ramakrishna. Prerna, that's a very straightforward answer. This was a mind teaser, as I said. Yes, an apple a day keeps the doctor away is the right answer. So, So that was just an icebreaker. Here we go with the next one, the actual quiz. Okay. So we are going to have a very short quiz again today. So the first question, this is a serious question now. Which country records the largest reduction in the number of people living in poverty, as around 273 million people moved out of multi-dimensional poverty 10 years. Thank you, Chaitanya. That was just an icebreaker anyway. So, which country records the largest reduction in the number of multidimensional poverty in the last 10 years? Your options are A, India, B, USA, C, Germany, and D, Japan. I think the answer is very obvious, easy. So today again, I have a set of questions which are actually very easy. Maybe because I also had planned for a very short quiz. Sri Ramakrishna, are you asking me a question or are you giving me an answer? Prerna says Japan, Sri Ramakrishna says India. Okay, I'm waiting for maybe Japan. Okay. Janaki Lingamgunta says India. Okay. I didn't declare the answer still, Sri Ramakrishna. No point in getting into an argument now. Okay, yes. In fact, the answer indeed is India. I think we are the biggest population. Who else can have a population of 273 million people under poverty line? I mean, that's just a segment that has evolved, that has come out of, poverty. So you can imagine there are still many people under the poverty line, below the poverty line. Hello, Jyoti Paleti. Hello, welcome to the live. So here we go with the next question. Which tree do silkworms naturally feed on? Which tree do silkworms naturally feed on? Your options are A. Mulberry, B. Oak, C. Ginkgo, and D. Bamboo. Hello, DJ Obers. Welcome to the live. Good to see you here. Mulberry is your answer. What about the others? Still waiting for the others to answer. Varlakshmi Upuluri says Mulberry. Prerna Katyal says Mulberry. Mr. Murthy says Mulberry. AK, hello. Welcome to the live. Yes, you're here. Good, 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 good. So one naughty guy in the group. So yes, the answer indeed is mulberry. Again, I think this was a very easy guess. So the next one. Vanilla plants belong to the same family as which of these plants? The vanilla plants belong to the same family as which of these plants? Your options are A. Orchid, B. Cactus, C. Tea, and D. Coffee. I wonder if that is an easy guess. Chocolate is not there in the options at all. AK. Coffee. Varalakshmi. We don't. Okay. Mhm. Waiting for the others to answer. Sri Ramakrishna says orchid. Prerna Katyal, no idea. Janaki Lingam Gunda, what does that mean? Coffee, I guess. What's curry? Not who's curry, what's curry? Coffee, I guess. Mr. Murthy says D, that is coffee. Jyoti Paleti says orchid. Okay. You are right, Sriram. Actually, your guess is right, and your logic of opting out is good, correct. Orchid is the answer because I think both vanilla also has a very good smell aroma, and so does, of course, coffee also has a good aroma. But yeah, it's orchid. So here we go with the next question. What do we get linen from? What do we get linen from? Your options are linden tree, B flax, C sheep, and D rubber. Voice is audible. AK says rubber. Good guess. What about the others? Sri Ramakrishna says B flax. Waiting for the others to answer. Is that a difficult one? Janaki Lingam Kunta says flax. Okay. Hmm. Okay. No idea, Varalakshmi. Very okay. But I thought actually this was again an easy one. Shall I give out the answer or are people still thinking about the answers? The answer is flax indeed. Sri Ramakrishna is right again. Oh my God, Sri Ram. You're doing very well today, in fact. So here we go with the next question. What was the first animal? Flax, yes, Jyoti. Flax is the answer. So what was the first animal that was launched into the orbit? That's the next question. Certain days seem to be working out for certain people, for sure, I guess. Making up for previous miss. Okay. Sounds good. Sri Ramakrishna gave the answer even without the options. Okay. I thought there the options were not yet. Okay, Sri Ramakrishna says dog. DJ Always also says it's a dog, but AK says it's a monkey. Okay. The answer. Should I give out the answer? Yes, indeed. The answer is A. Dog. Okay, I know you think that they are closer to you. Yes, AK. Dog by the Russians, indeed, and they still have the name of the dog and probably an idol of the dog in the museum, Russian museum, apparently, museum in Moscow. Yeah, okay. The name of the dog is Laika. That is it. Okay, so that's it. Let's move to the next question. It's a dog that went into space. Who was the first man in space? Who was the first man who went to space? Your options are Neil Armstrong, Scott Carpenter, Alexei Leonov, Yuri Gagarin. Hello, Nishant. Rajita Supari, hello. Welcome to the live. Just saw your sari collection, Rajita. It was really fabulous. How are you doing? DJ Obvious, Gaga. Okay, I'm supposed to get the rest of the name, is it? Okay. Mr. Murthy says it is Neil Armstrong. Sri Ramakrishna says it is Yuri. DJ Obvious says it is Gaga. Varlakshmi says it's Gaga. Okay. And AK also says it's Yuri Gagarin. Yes, it is. The answer is indeed Yuri Gagarin. So here we go with the next question. Who was the first astronaut, US astronaut? Who was the first US astronaut to orbit the Earth? Who was the first US astronaut to orbit the Earth? Okay, is my voice coming out very late, Rajita? Got your answer after a while. So, and your options are who was the first US astronaut to orbit Earth? Your options are John Glenn, Gordon Cooper, Buzz Aldrin, or Frank Borman. Sri Ramakrishna says option A. Any other answers? Still awaiting the others' answers. Muslim Yogi, hello, good evening, welcome to the live. We have a small quiz going on. Jyoti Paleti says A. AK Paleti says good evening, Muslim Yogi. So everybody is John Glenn. How are you doing? Muslim Yogi, how are you doing? Hope you're doing good. So I think a majority, Sri Ramakrishna said John Glenn. Jyoti Paleti says John Glenn and Akhil says B. And the answer is John Glenn. Oh, great to hear that. Where are you from, Muslim Yogi? Are you from India? Where in India, if so? So here we go with the next question. What does the ocean absorb, thereby slowing the greenhouse effect? This is an interesting thing, actually. Interesting question. I read the question. I was really, impressed with the answer. Oh, you're from Rajasthan. Okay, great. So, what gas does the ocean absorb, thereby slowing the greenhouse effect? Your options are nitrogen, sulfur oxide, carbon dioxide, or oxygen. Yeah, that's an easy guess, I guess. I'm doing great, Rajita. How are you doing? DJ Obba says CO2, Janaki Lingam Gutta says CO2, AK says CO2, and yes, the answer is CO2 indeed. Where are you from, Rajita? So here we go with the next question. Janata ke saath, Mr. Murthy. Okay. So what's the most abundant metal in the Earth's crust? Oh, you're from Hyderabad. Good, good. I'm also originally from Hyderabad, though now not at Hyderabad, but yes, I'm also originally from Hyderabad. Hope everything is good there, Rajita. So your options, what is the most abundant metal in the Earth's crust? Your options are magnesium, aluminum, calcium, or iron. DJ Overs is aluminum. You have changed your answer now, DJ Overs, to calcium. Earlier you said aluminum. AK says aluminum. DJ Overs now says calcium. Sri Ramakrishna says aluminum. Anybody else with any other answers? Mr. Murthy says iron. Okay. Anybody else coming up with any other answer? So the answer is actually aluminum. Aluminum is the most abundant metal in the Earth's crust, apparently. So we go. Let's move to the next question. The next question is of the various types of light in natural sunlight, which one causes sunburn? We all I think are scared of that sunburn, so we use a lot of sunscreens. So which are those rays? Okay, here are your options. Infrared, infrared rays, ultraviolet rays, X-rays, or yellow rays? DG offers comes with the first answer, UV rays. So does AK Palaji also says UV rays. Mr. Murthy is throwing stones. Okay. Okay. UV, Sri Ramakrishna, UV. I think that's an undisputed answer. Everybody says UV. So that's right, actually. UV is the right answer. We all try to protect ourselves from the UV rays, don't we? So that's the right answer. So the next one is a bit interesting. What is thanatology? What is thanatology? Your options are study of death, study of deep sea, study of grasses, or study or the art of self-healing. What is thanatology? Study of death, study of deep sea life, the study of grasses, or the art of self-healing. These are the options. Sri Rama Krishna goes with option A. Okay. Mr. Murthy says option C, that is study of grasses. AK Paliti says, what is that supposed to be? This time I googled it. Okay. 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 Sounds good. So yes. Okay. So I think you're all correct that way. I know it's new. That's the reason I put it on the quiz. It was new to me also when I read it. So I thought it was interesting. And indeed it is. Thanatology is the study of death. Sounded interesting to me when I read about it. So I thought you all should also know it. Okay. So the United Nations celebrates World Chess Day globally on which day? People who are interested in chess should know the answer. July 19th, July 18th, July 20th, or July 21st. Which of these days is celebrated as the World Chess Day by the United Nations? Can be a difficult one, I know, because I think people normally do not follow these. Sri Ramakrishna, googling out successfully, says July 20th. Anybody else? Mr. Murthy says C, July 20th. Waiting for the others to answer. In fact, the answer is July 20th. You are right. Both of you are right. Since others are anyway not answering, I guess they don't know. So I give it to both of you. July 20th is celebrated as a World Chess Day. Okay. Men's T20 World Cup 2020 will be held in which country? That's the next question. Men's T20 World Cup 2020 will be held in which country? Your options are Australia, New Zealand, India, or West Indies. AK cheetahs. Oh, really? Okay. Oh, really? That's so cool. Huh? Yeah, we would like to have you on your show actually. Good, 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 good. That's interesting. Congratulations to you for being in the same school, Sriram. Oh, good. So nice. So, are you still in touch with this person? Right, AK? You are right. Okay. So, Mr. Murthy has come to the point now. So, we all have to probably go back to the point now. Which, sorry, country will be hosting the T20 World Cup 2020? And Mr. Murthy says New Zealand. Anybody else? Any other guesses? B, New Zealand. Everybody says B. AK says B. Any other answers? No, the answer is not. Satyajit Rathore, hello, how are you? Welcome to the live. You're a little late, I think, today again. So the question was on cricket. How are you doing, by the way? And where are you from? I think last time I didn't get that actually. I didn't ask you where exactly you're from. I'm good, thank you, Satyajit. So Sri Ramakrishna says Australia. You're right. So I think Sri Ram is the only one who guessed it right. So the host country for T20 2020 World Cup is Australia, actually, not New Zealand. So here we go with the next question. Which country has listed Reliance Jio among the companies that are becoming clean telcos? Oh, are you from Delhi? Good, good, good. Which country has listed Reliance Jio among the companies that are becoming clean telcos? Your options are USA, Japan, Australia, or Russia. waiting for people to answer. While I think all across people are actually seeing losses in business, losing jobs, while the economy is going down, Mukesh Ambani is one who is rising up the ladder. So I think that's really phenomenal, I should say. At a time when the world over, the economy is going down, he is going up. So AK says D, Sri Ramakrishna says US. AK says Russia. Okay. Australia is the right answer. Sorry. US is the right answer. US is the right answer. The right answer is yes. Which country? So, you know why it has actually termed Geo as clean telcos? It's because it has kept collaboration with Chinese companies away. So that is the reason behind US declaring Reliance Geo as clean telco. So here we move on to this fact or fiction segment. Fact or fiction. Okay. So here we go with the first question. The largest constellation is Hydra. Hydra is the largest constellation. That is the first statement. Is it a fact or a fiction? Fact or fiction? Hydra is the largest constellation. Fact or fiction? AK says fact, Sri Ramakrishna says fact, Varalakshmi Uppuluri says fiction. Okay. Satyajit Rathod says it's a fact. Anybody else with coming up with answers? The answer is that the statement is a fact. Hydra apparently is the largest constellation. So here we go with the next statement. There are stars made of diamonds. Is it a fact or a fiction? Vishal Raj NM. Okay, hello, welcome to the live. You say it's fiction. Okay. Stars made up of diamonds. AK says yes. Anybody else coming up with any other answers? Any other guesses? DJ Omber says it's a fact. Satyajit Rathod says it's a fiction, difficult to believe, I know. DJ Omber says it's a fact. Sri Ramakrishna says it's a fact. Okay. But the most interesting thing is that this statement is a fact. It is not a fiction. It sounds very much like fiction. But apparently there are stars that are made up of diamonds. So I think apparently it is true. Okay. So the next statement is only humans have skin. Only humans have skin. Fact or fiction? Only humans? False. Sri Ramakrishna says it's a fact. A.K. Paliti says it's fiction. Varalakshmi Puluri says it's fiction. Okay. Waiting for the others to come out with their answers. Vishal Raj says it's fiction. DJ Overs says it's fiction. Okay. That's an easy guess, I guess. All those who are watching the live, if you're enjoying it, please do hit the like button. You're right, Satyajit. So if you just keep your eyes and ears open and look around, you will see that all birds, animals, and rest of the living things also have skin. So the statement obviously is a fiction. So here we go with the next one. By the way, the next one is a pigment causes differences in skin color among people. It is a pigment that causes differences in skin color among people. Mr. Venkateswarlu, good evening. Welcome to the live. Apparently, it's a pigment that causes differences in skin color among people. Fact or fiction? AK says true. Satyajit Rathod says it's fact. Varalakshmi says yes. Vishal Raj says it's fact. Sri Ramakrishna says it's a fact. Can anybody name which is the pigment which causes skin color? Which determines the skin color? DJ offers melanin. You're right. So yes, indeed, the statement is a fact, and melanin is the pigment that actually causes skin color. You're right, Mr. Venkateswarlu. It's true. The statement is true. The next statement is skin has no real function. Fact or fiction? The skin actually has no real function. It's just there on the body. Fact or fiction? These are, I think, easy questions. Both. Is that possible, Satyajit Rathod? Okay, Vishal Raj says fiction. Satyajit, I would like you to explain that actually. Mr. Venkateswarlu says it's a fact. Okay, that the skin has no real function. AK says it protects our flesh. Okay. Interesting. Smurti says it's a fact. Okay. But the actual answer is that it is a fiction, because as AK said, it protects our flesh, one thing. Apparently, the skin also has pores. In certain cases, at times, the skin also breathes. That's a fiction. That statement, that the statement that the skin has no real function, is untrue. So here we go with the next question. Acne is caused by chemical changes in the body. Fact or fiction? Acne is caused by chemical changes in the body. Fact or fiction? Janaki Lingam Kunta is quick with the answer this time. She says it's a fact. AK Paliti says it's a fact. Sri Ramakrishna also says it's a fact. What about the others? Jyoti says yes. Satyajit Rathod says it's a fact. Varalakshmi Puluri says it's a fact. This, I think this answer is undisputed. Everybody says it's a fact, and indeed it is a fact. Acne is caused because of chemical changes in the body. So the next one is the human skin has only one layer. The human skin has only one layer. Fact or fiction? Fiction says Vishal Raj. Janaki Lingamgunta says it's a fiction. Sri Ramakrishna says it's a fiction. Okay. DJ Over says it's false. AK says it's false. Unanimously, everybody says it is. So, how many layers does the skin have? Mr. Venkateswalu says it's a fiction. Okay. So, how many layers does the skin have? Fiction says Varalakshmi Uppuluri. Three layers. Okay. Seven, as actually Varalakshmi says. 7 layers. There are 7 layers in this palette. Three false. Two. Okay, here we go with the next question. Water goes from liquid to gas through evaporation. Fact or fiction? Again, these are all easy questions. So, in yes, true. True. Okay, that's a unanimous answer again, an undisputed answer. Yes, the answer is that the statement is a fact. Water goes from liquid to gas through evaporation. Mr. Venkateswali also says it's true. Yes, it's true. So the next one is polar bears need to hunt every day in order to survive. Fact or fiction? Polar bears need to hunt every day in order to survive. Fact or fiction? AK says false. Vishal Raj says fiction. Jyoti Paleti says false. Sri Ramakrishna says it's fact. Mr. Venkateswalu says it is false. Okay. Satyajit Rathore gives me weird answers. He says, so when you're unsure, I guess you come out with that answer, Satyajit. Right? You gave your answer even before the question came. Okay, so yes, Janaki Lingamgutta gets it first this time. She wants a shout out there that she's been the first one to with the answer. Yes, that's right. So the statement is a fiction, in fact. So here we go with the next question. Male and female brown bears weigh the same. Fact or fiction? Interesting question. Okay. Male and female brown bears weigh the same. Fact or fiction? Vishal Raj says it's fiction. AK says it's true. Sriram says it is fiction. What about the others? Jyotiba is maybe true or not sure. Okay. Mr. Venkateswara says it's fiction. Mr. Murthy says 50-50. Should I take the 50-50 option? Looks like more like a KBC show now. Okay. And the answer is that the statement is actually fiction. False, I mean, is a fiction. It is a false statement. All those who said it is fiction, right? Okay. Here we go with the next one. Plastics stronger than steel. Fact or fiction? We are almost nearing, I think, the end of the quiz. Plastics stronger than steel. Fact or fiction? AK says it's true. Vishal Raj says fact. Jyoti says fact. DJ Opal says it's true. Varlakshmi says it's fiction. And all those who say it's a fact are correct. Some plastics are indeed stronger than steel, apparently. So that's the right answer. Yes. Okay. So here we go with the next one. Celluloid is a kind of plastic. Fact or fiction? Shubharatri, Mr. Murthy. Okay. Was that supposed to be Shubharatri? Yes, some plastics. The question was some plastics. So the next question. Celluloid is a kind of plastic. Fact or fiction? Mr. Murthy says fact. Only two more questions, I think, Ms. Murthy, then you can probably go to bed. Mr. Venkateswarlu says it's false. Says it's true. AK says it's true. Anybody else? Vishal Raj says it's a fact. Jyoti Paleti says true. Parlakshmi says it's yes, indeed it is true. The statement is fact. Celluloid is indeed a kind of plastic. Okay, here we go with the next question. There are no venomous lizards. There are no venomous lizards. Fact or fiction? Lizards cannot be venomous. Fact or fiction? Cool. AK says it's fact. Vishal Raj says it's fiction. Mr. Venkateswarlu says it is true. Vishal Raj says, okay, the same answer is popping up again. Lizards can at times apparently be venomous. So this statement is a fiction. So all those who said fiction, I think Varalakshmi Puluri was the first one to say it's a fiction, followed by Vishal Raj. So yes, it is a fiction actually. The statement is untrue. So here we go with the last question for the day. Snakes descended from lizards. Fact or fiction? Snakes descended from lizards. Fact or fiction? Fact or fiction? AK says fact. Vishal Raj says fact. Anybody else? Anybody else who would like to guess what it is? It's a fiction, says Upuluri. Fact says Jyoti Paleti. So Venkateswarlu says it's false. Okay. Now this answer, I would say, is hanging in the air because for many years it was believed that snakes descended from lizards because of the shape, of the tail, probably the hind part of the snakes. They thought that they evolved from lizards. But a recent study or a recent research now says that snakes have evolved from aquatic creatures. So the truth of this research is yet to be determined. So we don't know whether this is fact or fiction. So on that note, we will close today's quiz. A question which probably does not have an answer yet. But I wanted to put this across so that you all also follow this question to see, follow the news to find out whether this statement is true or not. And for all those who've been religiously attending the quiz, we are not going to have a live quiz next week. The next live quiz is going to be somewhere in mid-August or August on August 20th. We will announce the quiz later on through posters. So I think until then, we will not have a live quiz. All right, because I see that the attendance in the quiz is actually decreasing. So I thought I will give it a break. So we'll have the next live quiz in the month of August. Anyway, of course, even if it had to be next week. Cool, AK. So I think we'll meet again somewhere around August 20th or August 15th, whatever day falls on a Saturday, somewhere between August 15th to August 20th. Okay. So thank you all for being there, for consistently, being there on the quiz, participating in the quiz and making the quiz so lively. It really matters a lot because unless I have your participation, the quiz doesn't become interesting. So I think to make any program interesting, the audience has to be really active and participative, and you all have contributed to that. The reason why my quizzes are popular is because of your participation. So thank you all for supporting me and being there, participating enthusiastically in my live quizzes. We will meet again probably somewhere around mid-August. I haven't yet decided on the date, but yes, very soon probably. Hereafter we'll have monthly quizzes so that we have the proper attendance. Or if you guys miss the quizzes, do let me know. We'll have them every week again. Okay. Bye bye. And thank you for being there. I know. Okay, done. I think we had Vishal Raj, Satyajit, all of them participating actively also today. Vishal Raj and DJ Overs, um, Satyajit Rathore. Thank you all too. I think Vishal Raj has participated the first time today. Good to see you here. Good night. You were more on fire, AK. Good night. Good night. All those who had been in the quiz, please do not forget to hit the like button. Not exactly the last ride, AK. We'll be back again next week. If you all missed the quiz, please do let me know. We'll have it weekly again. Good night. I expect to see you again, AK. You cannot say goodbye. See it. Oh, Lingaraj. Okay, so nice to see you. You must have told it much earlier. Bye, Shweta. Arshad PUBG Gamer. Hello. Vishal Raj, it was good to see you, Lingaraj. Okay, I did not know. You should have told it. Oh my God, that's fantastic. Great to see you. Arshad, hello. Arshad, hello. Welcome to the live. We're almost towards the closing.